Hey, Spencer.
What?
They want to send us to London to interview the cast of War for the Planet of the Apes.
Whoa, that sounds really expensive.
I know, right? To London!
Dun, 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 dun.
ScreenJunkies in London!
Well, congrats on the film. Really liked it.
Cheers.
Your performance is incredible as always. We've really come a long way with Caesar. And
That's right.
It's just, the apes are getting more and more like humans. They're standing upright, they're talking more.
Apes fight only to survive.
I'm curious what Caesar might be like in more modern day scenarios like today. For example, like, how would Caesar order at Starbucks?
Venti, iced, skinny, hazelnut macchiato. Sugar-free syrup, extra shot, light ice, no whip.
That sounds a bit ridiculous.
Let's see Caesar contemplating deleting his Facebook page.
It's just such a time suck. And the last thing I need is some human tracking my shopping habits.
What's his Tinder bio like?
Ape leader, teen to early 20s. I like long swings in the woods and protecting my people. Apes together, love.
Yeah. You gave a wonderful performance. It's so much more intense than I expected.
We will bring an end to their kind.
When you were preparing for the role, to get that hate in your heart for apes, did you ever go down to the zoo and just like mad dog the monkey cage? Just like, you.
I did go down to the zoo, but I don't remember doing the mad dog thing. Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't probably preparing properly.
The film is like a really intense film. It's just this deep, strong metaphor for the horrors of war and the fringes of our humanity and, you know, where one ends and the other begins. So I think what I'm trying to say is, what's Han Solo's real name?
He's not falling for it.
I thought I could steal the scoop.
You're funny.
I know.
We love the movie. It was amazing.
Thank you.
And that's part of the problem, because we do honest trailers,
Yeah.
and we're here to kind of make honest observations about what's in the film.
Yeah.
So help us out. What's there to make fun of in this
Oh,
movie?
I don't know. What do you want to make fun of? I don't know. You guys are so good at it. I love the.
Yeah, but you're so good at making films.
But I don't do what you do. You guys do what
There
you
was
do.
one thing we had in the movie that was true, and I actually got to talk to Dan Lemon, one of your effects guys.
Am I
at
going to
Weta.
get angry?
Well, no. The one thing we brought up in that is the lack of, look, when you go to the zoo,
All right,
there's a
here we
lot of
go.
monkey
Here we
genitalia,
go.
right? There's a lot of. He said
you know
there were
what?
discussions
I
about
think
how
you're
many
not
to
wrong.
include.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think when you go to the zoo, as you say, there's a lot of monkey genitalia. I came in on Dawn, so I inherited non-monkey genitalia.
Oh, so would you have added genitalia?
That's a tough question.
Steve, we're huge movie dorks, so as soon as we heard Bad Ape, we're like, oh, it's Steve Zahn.
You've been in so many movies. Is there one on your IMDb you wish you could take off? Is there one
There's a lot of movies that you go through and you're like, what was I thinking?
Well, one of my favorites of yours is That Thing You Do, which is
I love
amazing.
that movie,
and
yeah.
the Oneaters, the Wonders, just had a reunion. Is
I
there
know.
a beef? Is there a beef you can
No.
confirm? You weren't there.
No. I was up in Vancouver shooting something, and Tom, I was trying desperately to get there.
I thought there was like a Taylor
You're not
Swift,
the-
Katy Perry thing.
No, we're all pals.
How often do people stop you in the street and they're like, I know you from somewhere?
Oh, that's all the time, man. I had a guy at a lumber store. I was with my kid, and the guy said, "Man, you look just like that actor. Do you know who I'm talking about?" I said, "Steve Zahn." He's like, "Yeah, man, you look just like him." And I was buying my lumber, and I gave him my card, and he went. I said, "Yeah, I got the same name too. Isn't that crazy?" He said, "Yeah, man, that's wild."
Did you ever try to swap the title order because
Yeah,
you
I
rise
think
before the
that was definitely an
dawn?
option. I should have done that.
Yeah, what are we, farmers? Who gets up
I
before the
agree.
dawn?
Well, sometimes you dawn and then you rise. I don't know.
But then you war. You play an angry American leader who kind of slowly loses the ability to formulate words. Is that based on anyone we might know?
That's too depressing to even think about.
But then you have to do it opposite these guys in these skin-tight bodysuits with dots on their faces. Is that hard to do? Is it hard to take it seriously, or do you get right in?
Yeah, that was a little odd, but I gotta say, eventually you just get used to it. You accept them for what they are, apes.
Would you put the bodysuit on? Did you, when you heard of the movie casting, you were like, oh, do I have to do that, be an ape, or?
Well, I was pretty clear I wasn't playing an ape.
You're taking this all much too personally. So emotional!
I know you can't talk the Batman. I'm not expecting you, but I was curious because we're excited for that film.
Sure.
If you could just chime in your thoughts on, for like example, bat nipples. You
Right.
for or
How they make you
against?
feel.
That's good. What? How do they make me feel?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
How about Batman murdering people?
Right.
Yeah.
Martha.
Yes. Right.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say, why'd you say that?
That's worth a shot.
I tried to cue him.
Your two characters have this beautiful friendship and this relationship between the two of you, but this is war. So I wanted to ask, how would the two of your characters kill each other?
Who would win?
I would win.
You definitely would win.
I would.
But I am a chimp. I'm kind of strong.
I'll just sneak up behind
naturally.
you and I'll just.
You know
No,
what I
my
mean?
dad actually owns an MMA gym, so I could straight up choke you.
Oh.
I could
What?
choke you. One day on set, Andy didn't believe that I could choke him, so I jumped on his back right after his scene, like such an intense scene, and he had a break, and I jumped on his back, and I choked him, and then he was like, my mom.
Tapping out.
Yeah, he was like, good God, you're strong.
Could we lure you back for like Planet of the Apes the musical, maybe?
Well, you know what's so funny? Andy, when he's in the mocap suit, we would turn on music and he would start dancing as an ape in his mocap suit. I'm telling you, I wish we could spend like the $500,000 to translate that. It's one of the greatest things. He started, you know what it was? He goes, you know the end of Life of Brian? He goes, always be on the right side of life.
Yeah.
He was doing that as Caesar.
Caesar.
Oh,
It
man.
was genius.
I'm curious, do you do like the Gollum voice, like on your own, like in the shower?
No.
Precious. False.
Would you rate Andy's Gollum impression?
Oh, I'd love to do that.
I don't.
You do one, right?
False, false, Gollum.
Hey.
That's something.
You should come with me everywhere.
Well, there's another sequel I want to talk about briefly before we run out of time.
Okay.
Under Siege 2, Dark Territory. I mean, I love it. That was great. You wrote that, didn't you?
Which?
Under Siege 2?
Say what?
It's obviously such a challenge physically and emotionally to play Caesar in this movie. By comparison, is it really easy to be Snoke in The Force Awakens?
It's so easy to be Snoke, you know.
Just in a chair,
you've got
right?
a chair. You know, I kind of, shall I lean this way? Shall I lean this way? Yeah, I mean, you know, it's quite an effort leaning on this elbow, you know. But
Oh wait, I missed
Wait,
a scoop. Did you just
think he just
confirm
confirmed.
you're Snoke?
Andy Serkis is Snoke?
Yes!
Dude, scooped him.
I'm in such trouble.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
It was a jolly good time. I had fish and chips with the Queen on the tube.
It was one day, Spencer.
It was a good day.
Thanks for watching. To see more content from War for the Planet of the Apes, click here and be sure to see the film Friday, July 14th in theaters everywhere. It's actually really good.